Good day, everyone. This is Ms.Glennyy Martinez, and I will be discussing about one of the parts of qualitative research, which is participant observation. So this is the outline of my report. First is introduction of topic, followed by the types of participant observation or field research, and lastly, others. So what is participant observation, or what comes in your mind when you hear participant observation? Participant observation is a method of data most closely associated with contemporary field research. It is a qualitative research method in which the researcher not only observes that research participant but also actively engage in activities of that research participant. It also requires that the researcher to become integrated into the participant's environment while also taking down notes. So to better understand what is participant observation, I cite some examples here. The first one is the researcher, followed by the journalist and also the law of enforcement. In that case, participant observer attempts to adapt the perspective of the people in the situation by being observed. Participant observer rules must be conscious and systematic sharing insofar as circumstances permit in the life activities and occasion, and also in the interests and effects of a group. Direct participation in the activities of the observed often entails learning the language, habits, work patterns, leisure activities, and other aspects of their daily life. So there are types of field research, which is the complete participant and also the participant as observer. When we say complete participant, it is an observer become participating members of the group of interest without revealing their identities or research goals to the group. An observer is wholly concealed the research objectives unknown to be observed because the researcher attempts to become a member of the group under observation. The complete participant interacts with the observed as naturally as possible in whatever areas of their living. Instead, he is inaccessible for, for him. For example, there are a group of persons who predicted the destruction of the world. The nature of that group led the investigators to believe that if they presented themselves as researchers, they will not be allowed to be observe the activities of the group. So in order to penetrate the secrecy surrounding the activities of mass paramilitary survivalist groups, the researcher take advantage of the survivalist desire for new members. In order to gain membership to the group, the researcher must be participate in physical and social activities antithetical to their personal life. So complete participation has been justified on the grounds that it makes possible the study of inaccessible group or groups that do not reveal to outsiders certain aspects of their lives. So complete participant rule poses several methodological problems. So what are these several methodological problems? First is observer may become self-conscious about revealing their true selves because they have handicap when attempting to perform convincingly in the pretended rules, or they may not go naive that is incorporate that pretended rule into their self-conception. The second one is the researcher difficult to decide what to observe because he or she cannot be evoke responses or behavior and must be careful not to ask questions that may raise the suspicions of the persons by being observed. And the third one is that recording observation is taking notes or taking notes is impossible. Why? Because they have to postpone until the observer is alone. However, time lapse is recording observation, introduce and distortion through memories. So the second types of field research is the participant as observer. Participant as observer, it is observer becomes participating in the activities of the group by revealing their identities and the goals of their research. So in participant as observer rule, when the researcher adapt to this type of rule, they inform the group being studied that there is a research agenda. Remember that researcher makes long-term commitment to becoming active members of the group and attempts to establish close relationship with its member who was informants and respondents. So in conclusion to this topic, participant as observer rule differs from complete participation. Why? Because we're in fact that the research goal is explicitly identifying, yet membership and participation in the observed is still an important dimension in this form of research. I hope that you have learned something. That's all. Thank you.